It's Ryan Grant, Green Bay Packers, and I'd like to introduce the Acme Packers podcast
I am very excited.
I absolutely love the
Yes, sir.
with Packer People 12 and Big B.
Big B, nice to meet you, Big B.
Social media fans if they traded up to get Jordan Love.
Carry the G.
Packers legendary quarterback Brett Hundley. MySpace and the Cheesehead TV comment.
Okay, that's just stupid.
It's gonna be awesome. Your names are awesome, so everything else is good to go. But let's have fun talking about Packer stuff. Go Pack, go!
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Acme Packers podcast. How are you today, Big B?
I am doing phenomenal because I am your reigning defending trivia champion of the world.
I knew you were going to say that.
I knew I was saying that.
We have quite a doozy today, all the way from Packers news to irrelevant NFL Top 100 list to 70-year-old men on Facebook comments. Started off with the biggest news of all. We have a website just published today.
Yeah. Woo!
Great news. It's the greatest thing to
Website.
happen to this show since Aaron Jones, friend of the show, was friendly enough to come on. Well,
Tom Grossi.
yeah, Tom Grossi. That was also great.
Yeah.
But so we got a new website, or our first website, and me and Big B, we live for this. Not only Packers football, but specifically this side of it, the media, the whole. Let's write an article about the fourth-string linebacker that played in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
That's what we live for. So, we really aren't caring too much about making this website super big and having a huge audience. We really just want to write. We want to put our thoughts out there. Maybe a few people read it. Maybe we grow. But we're just putting our thoughts out there for now. And hopefully you go and give it a look. So, next, I think Big B is pretty excited about this topic. You want to talk about the video we uploaded to our YouTube today.
All right. Well, the greatest video that we've ever published is the Jamal Williams top 10 plays of his career video. It is one of the best videos I've ever watched. He is the GOAT. The GOAT. Jamal Williams is the GOAT. That's all I gotta say.
Great info on the video.
Yes.
Yeah, we released that today. We're trying, I think, every Wednesday, probably an extra video out on the YouTube channel. So make sure you check it out over there. But now we're out of the way with show updates. Let's go on with Packers news. Here we go.
Boy,
Get
let's
into
do
the
it.
real stuff. Biggest thing, Devin Funchess opts out of the 2020 season. Now, you broke the news to us in Cheesehead TV Trivia.
It threw me off.
I can't blame
It truly did. My mind was in different places, trying to answer questions while getting an Instagram post out. I was going insane. So
Sure. Yeah, I think that he's brought him over with the Colts. He had played only 2 or 3 games with him after a collarbone injury. He had a few great years with Carolina, and I was really looking forward to him. It really didn't seem like he had too much hype around him. Everybody was focused on, we have no wide receivers. We didn't draft one. But we had Devin Funchess right there. But, I think it will definitely be noticeable. Big B mentions this in his article on the website.
yep.
Definitely be a noticeable impact. Now, before we get to my next comment, what does this mean for Reggie Begelton, EQ, MVS, and Jake Kumro? Said that V with a italic on it, a they. But what does this mean? You have these guys, obviously probably another roster spot open. We're planning not to see too many Packers wide receivers on the roster either way.
Yeah.
But, what do you think these guys have to show in training camp, and what does this Devin Funchess move allow for them to do?
Well, I really predicted that only 5 receivers are making the 53, and I had Jake Kumaro cut. So Jake Kumaro is going to keep his roster spot. We're going to roll with the same receivers we had. Reggie Begelton could make some noise in camp. He could always take Kumaro's spot if he's good in special teams. Has great blocking. He blocks very well, I should say. So I think that's really the only big battle in the wide receiver room. to make the roster.
Yeah, I definitely think Jake Kumro possibly getting that spot back on the roster. Definitely this year is going to be more run-orientated than ever before for the Packers, in a long time at least. So not many wide receivers. I know Reggie Begelton has been getting a lot of hype. EQ and MVS seem pretty much a lock. But those Jake Kumro and Reggie Begelton are fighting for the roster. EQ and MVS are really just fighting to move up on the depth chart.
Yep.
Even though that's not really how NFL offense works. This isn't Madden franchise, people. Devin Funchess, honestly, and every player that has opted out so far has gotten so much hate from ignorant people like, oh, look at the data. Look at the numbers. You're 25 years old. Next. So Rodgers, he was on Kyle Brandt's new podcast. Rodgers was actually supposed to be on with us this week, but no, apparently got busy. We'll have to reschedule maybe sometime soon. The big question, obviously, with Kyle Brandt was, what was your thoughts on Jordan Love, the pick? And he basically just said, I poured myself 4 fingers of tequila. I'm not sure what 4 fingers means, but
I Googled it, and it's like something from like the pinky to the thumb to the middle finger to the other pinky to the thumb to the other middle finger. I really don't know.
I don't know how strong tequila is. So I'm really not sure if that's much. You alcoholics out there. Like it's an
That's a great way to put it. Oh, you alcohols out there can, yeah.
You alcoholics out there are an endearing term. He also said he had his eye on a few specific receivers, like Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins, and Brandon Ayuk. He didn't say their names, but he said from Clemson, LSU, and Arizona.
Yeah.
So, it is kind of heartbreaking where it's like, man, I feel that, Aaron. And I've also been telling people on Twitter that we don't need a wide receiver, so you be quiet. You be quiet. Obviously, a quarterback who just got to the NFC Championship game, he's going to want those wide receivers. If it was the quarterback's way, every first-round selection would be a quarterback or a wide receiver or a running back and an offensive lineman. And what I really got from it is that he's not stupid. He's not dumb. He's not blind to anything. He has the same thoughts as us. They know that he knows that Aaron Rodgers himself has fallen off, and he knows that Jordan Love is their future. Yeah. And that his time, if it wasn't expiring before, it's definitely expiring now.
Yeah. And, I watched that interview, and after the interview, it kind of tore me up, a little bit. I kind of I really got sad after that. I finally started to think about Jordan Love being our future at the position. And it's finally sitting with me that Aaron Rodgers is going to be gone in 2 to 3 years.
It almost feels like just because of all the talk that has gone on that Jordan Love is already our quarterback.
Yeah. Rodgers even said, he doesn't expect to play his full career pretty much in Green Bay. That's pretty much what he was trying to get at. But, and it's my childhood is going to be gone. When Rodgers leaves, my childhood is gone. And it's just going to feel so weird.
Yeah, this is basically all me and Big B talk about in Instagram DMs. It's
And it's at 12 o'clock at night, so we're all tired and sad and depressed.
Yeah,
so.
And then I send him a gender swap of Matt LaFleur. So
I didn't get that.
That's what goes on. But yeah, we talk about this at pretty much every single episode. What episode pretty much hasn't been about Jordan Love up to this point? If we're either talking about we hate Twitter or we hate Skip Bayless, it's always about Jordan Love. The preseason getting canceled. Yep. It's all about Jordan Love. And at this point, we bring up every episode. I look up and I see 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures of Aaron Rodgers just in front of me.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird day seeing Jordan Love go out there.
Yeah, it is. And it's just going to be weird.
There's so many thoughts that I have about it. I don't even know how to say it, but there's a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions. Hey, this is Packer People 12. Thanks for watching the first 10 minutes of this episode on YouTube. You can watch the rest on Apple Podcast or Spotify.